The Roman Empire. At its peak, the Roman Empire controls 5 million square kilometers of territory. It controls everything from the Scottish border in the north to the Sahara Desert in the south. From the Atlantic coast of Portugal to the banks of the Euphrates River in modern-day Iraq. It builds roads that last 2,000 years. Aqueducts that still carry water today. Legal systems that form the foundation of almost every Western government currently in existence. For 500 years, it is the most powerful political entity on Earth. Then it falls apart. Not in a single dramatic moment. Not because of one catastrophic battle or one catastrophic decision. The Roman Empire falls the way most great things fall. Slowly, then all at once. The problems begin centuries before the end. The empire becomes too large to govern effectively from a single center. Emperors begin splitting administrative control between East and West. The western half, based in Rome, becomes increasingly unstable. Between 235 and 284 AD alone, there are 26 different emperors. Most of them are assassinated by their own soldiers. The army that built the empire begins eating it alive. Military commanders realize they can make and unmake emperors at will. Loyalty becomes a commodity. Whoever pays the most gets the throne. The treasury empties trying to keep the army satisfied. Taxes rise. The middle class collapses. Trade slows. Cities that once thrived begin to empty. At the same time, pressure builds on every border simultaneously. The Huns sweep out of Central Asia, pushing Germanic tribes, the Visigoths, the Vandals, the Ostrogoths, directly into Roman territory. These tribes don't just raid and leave. They settle. They demand land. The Romans who once conquered the world begin negotiating with people they would previously have crushed without a second thought. In 410 AD, the Visigoths sack Rome itself. It is the first time in 800 years that a foreign enemy has entered the city. The psychological impact is catastrophic. Romans had genuinely believed their city was eternal, invincible, protected by the gods. The sack of Rome doesn't just damage buildings, it destroys an idea. The Western Empire staggers on for another 66 years. On September 4th, 476 AD, a Germanic chieftain named Odoacer deposes the last Western Roman emperor, a 16-year-old boy named Romulus Augustulus, and sends him into comfortable exile in a castle in southern Italy. He doesn't even bother declaring himself emperor. The Roman Empire in the West simply stops existing. No final battle, no dramatic last stand. Just a 16-year-old boy quietly removed from a throne that no longer meant anything. The eastern half, the Byzantine Empire, survives for another 977 years. The Mongol Empire. At its peak, the Mongol Empire is the largest contiguous land empire in human history. It stretches from the Pacific coast of China to the borders of Eastern Europe, from Siberia in the north to Vietnam in the south. It controls more territory than any empire before or since. Genghis Khan builds it through a combination of military genius, brutal efficiency, and a revolutionary approach to organizing an army. He promotes based on merit rather than birth. He incorporates conquered peoples into his forces rather than simply killing them. He builds the fastest and most reliable communication network in the medieval world. Under his leadership, the Mongols are unstoppable. Then Genghis Khan dies, and the empire he built begins the slow process of destroying itself from within. The problem is succession. Mongol tradition divides territory among male heirs. Genghis Khan has 4 sons. Each receives a portion of the empire. Those sons have sons. Those sons have sons.